Shabbat El Yishmereni Ki Yashmer Shabbat El Yishmereni Oti Leomead Beino Uveni Oti Leomead Beino Uveni Ki Yashmer Shabbat El Yishmereni Ki Yashmer Shabbat El Yishmereni Oti Leomead Beino Uveni Oti Leomead Beino Uveni.
Good evening, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to our service. We're glad to see so many of you coming back, actually. It was a little sparse after Thanksgiving. Now everybody comes back to join with us. We're so glad to see you. We're going to begin with the lighting of the candles. Is there anyone who would like to? The Schwartzes, of course. Please, why don't you come up and light candles? That's what happens when you walk in and I notice you. Yeah. Michelle's going to sing.
Yeah, just come. You don't have to do anything, Joshua. Just come sit.
Okay. May the Shabbat candles that we now light inspire us to see justly and gently, to look honestly and with kindness, and to see what's holy in each other. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Thank you. We'll turn in our prayer books to page 4, the middle of the page. Hine ma tov, how good and pleasant it is to be with all of you.
And it's so wonderful. Look at all the people in this room. It's so lovely that we are all here on this Shabbat. So please take just a moment, look around the room, introduce yourself, or say Shabbat Shalom to someone who's sitting nearby. Hine ma tov u'manayim Shavet achim gam yachad Hine ma tov u'manayim Shavet achim gam yachad Hine ma tov Shavet achim gam yachad Tov Shavet achim gam yachad Hine ma tov u'manayim 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 Shavet achim gam yachad Hine ma tov Ya la la ya la 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 Hine ma tov Ya la la ya la 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 Hine ma tov u'manayim Shavet achim gam yachad Hine ma tov u'manayim Shavet achim gam yachad.
We turn in our prayer books to page 8 at the bottom of the page, and we'll continue with our family prayer. May we never take for granted the gift of Shabbat as we sit nestled in the Rocky Mountains, sharing this humble moment with family and friends. May the satisfaction of celebrating Shabbat hearten our spirits. Let Shabbat peace bring quiet to our souls. Allow this time set aside for song and prayer to bring us closer together in thoughts and deeds. Become our place of devotion, glowing with reverence and filled with our traditions. And may the end of this week encourage us to examine our actions and let us look ahead toward the new week, be worthy of all of God's blessings. The top of page 8, as we welcome the angels of peace, we'll join together, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Ni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Well, I know before I had my bar mitzvah in Dallas that I was scared to death to come up here because they only let you up when it's time for your bar mitzvah. We don't do that, so we have a very special guest who's coming up to lead us on page 12, Sinai. It's coming in June, but this way you get a little warmed up. We lift our eyes to the mountains, from where does our help come, and you're going to lead us.
Jonathan's been working so hard. He just learned this song a few days ago.
Esaina el heharim me'ayim yavo ezri. Esaina el heharim me'ayim yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Esaina el heharim me'ayim yavo ezri. Esaina el heharim me'ayim yavo ezri. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz. Ezri me'im Adonai ose shamayim va'aretz.
Are you less nervous? Do you still want to come back in June? Okay. We're good. Thank you. That was wonderful. Let's turn to page 15 at the bottom of the page. When we're here, we love to say how beautiful it is and all that's taken care of because we have a covenant with God. Bottom of page 15 as we continue responsively. As we live amidst the trees, streams, and mountains of Vail, we pray for the care and healing of the earth so that present and future generations may enjoy the fruits of creation. God made a covenant with Abraham and Sarah, blessing them and their descendants throughout the generations. We teach our children to love Judaism and to honor and carry on our traditions and the laws of the Torah so our legacy may continue. God made a covenant with Moses and the Israelite people to all generations, giving our people the 10 Commandments and challenging us to choose life of goodness. May each day be filled with kindness, honesty, integrity, and righteous acts, so remain filled with the promise of those covenants. Turn to page 16 at the top of the page as we travel back to the 16th century to the town of Tzfat. L'cha Dodi as we welcome the Sabbath bride.
Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. La 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Hishmi'anu el ha'miyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemo tiferet v'litchila la 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha ki hi mekor ha'beracha mirosh mikerev nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila la 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzir mitoch ha'afecha rav lach shevet be'emek havacha mehu yachmol alaychem la 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela.
Bottom of page 18, we rise, face the rear of the sanctuary as we greet the Sabbath bride.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha u'b'tzahala toch emuneh am segula. Boi chala, boi chala, la 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. La 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 lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela. Lecha lecha dodi likrat likrat kala b'nei b'nei Shabbat nikavela.
May be seated. Page 21, we're going to continue with Psalm 92. It's entitled the Psalm for the Sabbath Day, but it was also, we're told, the first recited in the temple in Jerusalem on Shabbat. Let's continue responsively at the top of page 21. It is good to give thanks to you, O Lord, to praise your name through song, to speak in the morning of your loving kindness and your faithfulness each night, music of the lute and the harp, the melody of the lyre, I'll sing with my delight, as we continue at the bottom of page 20.
Tzadik tamar yifrach ke'eres balvanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim vera'ananim yehiu lehagid ki yashar Adonai suri v'lo avlatabot.
Whenever whenever we talk about the history of the congregation and going back 50 years, Maxine was just a child when she was singing as our cantorial soloist. But she's here, and we're glad to welcome her back. She led the congregation for so many years in music, and we're going to invite you to read with us on page 23, going back to 1921, when the Boston Globe wrote "Just for Today." And let's continue responsively.
Just for today, I will live one day only, forgetting yesterday and tomorrow, and not trying to solve the whole problem of life at once.
Just for today, I'll be unafraid of life and death, unafraid to enjoy the beautiful and be happy. People are as happy as they make up their minds to be.
Just for today, I will adjust myself to what is and not try to adjust everything to suit me. If I cannot have what I like, I will try to like what I have.
Just for today, I'll be agreeable, cheerful, charitable, do my best, praise people for what they can do, not criticize them for what they cannot do, and if I find fault, I'll forgive it and forget it. I'll try not to improve nor regulate anybody except myself.
Just for today, I will have a plan. I may not follow it exactly, but I will have one. It will save me from worry, hurry, and indecision.
Just for today, I'll get people off my nerves and not get on theirs. I appreciate them for what they do and what they are.
Just for today, I will not show it if my feelings are hurt.
Just for today, I'll find a little time for quiet, to relax, to realize what life is and can be. Time to think about God and get a better perspective of myself.
Just for today, I will look at life with fresh eyes and discover the wonder of it. I will know that as I give to the world, so the world will give to me.
Thank you, and welcome back. Page 24, as we rise and continue with our call to worship and join together in the Baruch Hu.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach.
Seated. Our prayer on page 28 at the top of the page are words that are taken from both Moses and Joshua. The rabbis blend them together for over 3,000 years ago. When there is darkness, we pray that God provides protection until the sun rises in the morning. We join with the cantor at the top of page 28.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta, Otanu lemadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu, Uvkumenu nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki ehem חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נקה יומם ולילה נקה יומם ולילה ואהבתך תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל אוהב עמו ישראל.
We turn to page 30 in our prayer books for our oldest fixed prayer found within Judaism. We join together in the Shema.
Lila, would you like to lead us? And Mayan, would you like to come do Shema with us too? Do you know Shema? Do you want to come do it on the microphone? Yeah. Shema? No? Okay. All right. You want to do it, Lila? Okay.
Next year,
Next year.
when you're 4. Okay.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch
Shem
Kavod
Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
On this Shabbat evening, when we seek peace and comfort, we ask that God shields us from hatred and destruction that plagues so many corners of the world, consoles those in need. The top of page 34 as we join with the cantor, Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim Ushmor tzetzenu uvoenu lechaim ushalom me'ata ve'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim.
And taken from the book of Exodus on page 36 at the bottom of the page, in 6 days the Lord created the heavens and the earth, And on the seventh day he ceased from his work and rested. We'll join together, V'shamru.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam.
Well, there are those in our community who are in need of healing of body, mind, or spirit. If you have a person in your life in need of healing, please and feel free in just a moment to share their name aloud as we continue on page 38, Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Mekor habracha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
We offer blessings for those of full healing to Gail Balin, Sue Beiser, Dennis Deutsch, Carol Ann Finn, Jane Friedman, Deborah Goldman, and Cindy Goldman, Mark Grabowski, Lori Hellman, Mike Herman, Raea Ivri, Donald Jaffe, Harriet Jaffe, Mary Sue Katz, Herman Keek, Ronan Kujawa, Renee Myers, Stephen Reese, Chip Ruth, Roberta Scheller, Sam Schwartz, Johnny Siegel, Bill Silvers, B. Sklarowitz, Dina Stempler, Maury Strauss, Stephen Wheel, and Mickey Winokur. And anyone else? Thank you. Thank you. And we also offer all of our prayers in healing for those in Israel.
Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor habracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of
body,
the
renewal of spirit, and let us say,
Amen.
We'll turn to page 40 and rise as we join together with the Reader's Kaddish.
Harrison and Haley, will you come lead us? Thank you. Surprise.
This is getting ready for your bar bat mitzvah.
Yeah, I think Harrison looks ready.
Page 40.
Yitgada v'yitgadash shemei Rabba
Amen.
ve'amavira kirute ve'amlik malchute v'chayechon u'amechon uvayechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach Le'alam u'lamei amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach Ve'yishabach Ve'yitpar V'yiraman Ve'yitnaseh Ve'yitadar Ve'yitale Ve'yitala Shemei Dekudesha B'richu Le'elam Yinkol Birchata Ve'shirata Tushbechata Ve'nehemata Ta'amiram Be'alma Ve'imaru
Amen.
Yesterday. That was great. Thank you. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Page 42 as we continue with the cantor, then silently through page 57.
Adonai. Ananana svatai tiftach. Ananana ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana svatai tiftach. Ananana ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana svatai tiftach. Ananana ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai. Ananana svatai tiftach. Ananana ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Ananana Adonai.
Ananana svatai tiftach.
Ananana ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha.
You used to call into a radio station and make requests. And we have one. It's a beautiful prayer on page 74, Oziva Zimrat Yah. And how more appropriate would those words be? God is the source of my strength, my courage, and has become my deliverance. Taken from the book of Exodus. Page 74, we'll join together.
Ozi Bezimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua Ozi Bezimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua Ozi Bezimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua Ozi Bezimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua. We're gonna, oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We're gonna try it as a round. So I'll teach you the parts first and then you can help me do it. So the first one goes, Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Try that. Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Bezimrat Yah. Listen. Vayahili Lishua. Vayahili. Vayahili Lishua. Let's try the whole thing together. Ozi. Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Vayahili. Vayahili Lishua. Do it again a little louder. Ozi. Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Vayahili. Vayahili Lishua. Try it without me. Ozi.
Maxine, come on. Zimrat Yah. Vayahili Lishua.
All right, do that again. Ozi. Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Vayahili Lishua. Ozi. Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Vayahili Lishua. One more time. Ozi. Ozi Bezimrat Yah. Vayahili Lishua.
I asked everybody from my choir, and everyone said no. But thank you, that was beautiful. Well, only a few years ago, during the height of COVID, it was difficult for all of us really to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We were staying at home and we were staying away from family and from friends. And that time, this is already 2021, that I gave a virtual sermon and used a story within that sermon based on a legend told of King Solomon. And especially today, it needs to be retold once again. The wisest of kings, Solomon, decided to challenge one of his ministers. The king instructed him to search for a ring. He asked him for a ring that could turn a happy person sad and a sad person happy. So King Solomon doubted that the minister was going to be able to find such a thing, but still resolute, the minister set out. He traveled the kingdom, but to no avail. Upon returning to Jerusalem, he found himself in a very tattered neighborhood where there was a market, and he noticed a man that was selling odds and ends of pieces of jewelry. It was spread out on a threadbare rug. And desperate, the minister, he explained to the merchant what he was looking for. He was seeking this ring that could make a happy man sad and a sad man happy. But the merchant smiled and he handed him a ring, and it had that Hebrew inscription on it, Gam Ze Ya'avor. this too shall pass. So the minister returned to King Solomon, presented him with the ring, and King Solomon took one look at the ring and was immediately humbled, because at that moment Solomon realized that all of his happiness, his wisdom, his wealth, and his tremendous power, well, these were but fleeting things, and they too shall pass. But so too would be the difficult days that he experienced. They too shall pass. Well, yesterday we shared our conversations with Israel. It's our chance to go on Zoom and meet someone in Israel that was going to tell us exactly what was going on within their home and within their lives. And we were privileged to share Josh Lautenberg's cousin in Israel. His name is Jeremy Weiss. He shared with us a story of a young soldier, Lieutenant Yanai Kaminka. He had imparted this phrase to his soldiers, and he gave it to all of his soldiers as they were heading into battle to give them inspiration because they were the search and rescue unit. He said, "Rak b'layla, only at night, ro'im et hakochavim, do we see the stars?" Well, Lieutenant Yanai was killed in combat on November 1st, 2023. But this became his motivational motto that continued for all of them to help carry on, even in the darkest of times. So Lieutenant Yanai was saying, I think that each of us, in some times of our lives, that we have to go through darkness, knowing that soon we'll be able to see the beauty in life. Just like through darkness, we'll see the stars in the night sky. Well, this quote is now written on a wall on a kibbutz. It's called Yad Mordechai, just located a little bit north of Gaza. And since October 7th, there has been darkness hanging over Israel. But our young soldier reminds us that it's only through darkness that we can then see the stars. Rak b'layla, only at night, ro'im et hakochavim, do we see the stars. And we can say with certainty that it is night and it's dark enough now, but we need to see those stars. And we pray today that until the war is over, Gam ze ya'avor, this too shall pass. We have very special guests with us this evening. We have Eyal Friedman and Ronnie Keek, and they were with us for Monday for 2 sessions, and they've been with us before, and Eyal was with my Wednesday morning group answering questions. Afterwards, I really encourage many of you, take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, come downstairs and sit with them. Because if you have those questions, then what you're wondering is what is going on. Listen to them, because Ronnie has amazing stories she's going to talk about with the hostages, and Eyal has the wealth of knowledge that he'll be talking about. So please, come down for a few minutes after services. In the meantime, we have another guest, Nachum La'amur Friedman. He's here with Meital, and Mayan is back there somewhere. Shema next year. And Nachum has a very special project. It's called Kfar Sara. And 5 years ago, Nachum was with us during Bishvil HaMachar, which you know we support. That's when the soldiers come, and they come for a time of healing. He was here 5 years ago, and like a new person, he's already started a new project. He's going to talk just for a couple minutes about what it is, and then when he comes back this summer, he'll talk more about Kfar Sara. It was established as a recovery and growth center, specifically designed for the rehabilitation and treatment facility for men and women during the war or other services who have PTSD. And if you'd like to come and take a minute and explain to us what your project is, we have brochures for you to read about, and you also can hear more from him later as well. We're going to hear his wife sing in just a moment too. Nachum, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me here. First, it's my second visit in Vail, and every time the heart is open up more. I was here in 2016 in the first visit of Bishvil HaMachar. And because this non-profit helped me so much, I'm still a volunteer in Bishvil HaMachar. And sometimes I share my story or support the non-profit in any way that they ask me. And because they helped me, I was able to grab life back and be brave enough to face the hard times. If I'm a little bit sweaty, it's because I'm very excited. And they are still doing a great job. Even while we speak, they going into the field and meeting soldiers that going out of the war for a little recess and helping them to talk about the experiences, which are very intense. In October 7, when things broke out, we couldn't stay because of my condition. So we're traveling since then, and we're trying to use this time also to share our story and Bishvil HaMachar, and also the project that I'm working on. I won't talk too much about the project, but it's located in a very beautiful place, an historical farm next to Atlit, which was exist before Israel was established even, with the Aronson family and the Nili resistance. We have ancient trees, and you have ancient trees here, so you know the power that nature can provide to the soul. And with the best therapists that we can find, we're trying to build programs that will facilitate the holistic needs, the entire package. That's what makes us a little bit different from the other initiatives that are very important in Israel. And I want to say thank you to Joel, to Janet, to the entire community for having us. This amazing couple, I don't need to talk too much, you know them, but they opened their home and their hearts and thought about all the little things that our son could ever need. And Joel talked about light and darkness. So this community for me is a big diamond of light and love and warmth. And every time I was speaking about my journey to the US with the Bishvil HaMachar, I was talking about Vail and the experience. And I'm so happy that my wife and my son are lucky to be here and experience also this amazing and unique congregation. So if you want to talk with me later about what we are doing, and Ronnie is a good friend, so it's related. It's the same story, the same package, so we are here. And thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Bishvil HaMachar, it means a path forward. Your fault, it was my fault. That we bring them here, it's a path forward, and they come for about 10 days to stay at a ranch and really have time of healing. What we now recognize is it's not just the soldiers, but it's everyone and everywhere. Anyone who's in Israel now is looking for this time of healing. So we're doing whatever we can to help. We have, let me invite up now his wife, Meital, if you'd like to come up. Do you want to bring Mayan with you, or just you have a special song that you said you'd like to sing, which is for Israel, about Israel. Mayan will sing with you. And if you could explain what it means in English for us as well.
Shabbat Shalom.
Okay.
So I have a little sheet note with me, if you'll excuse me. Okay, I will try to do my best without it. The song I want to sing tonight is Shir Lelo Shem. That's a song written by Shalom Chanoch. He wrote it early 80s to honor his nephew who died in combat. His name was Avishai Chanoch. And this song has been in my mind for the past 2.5 months. And me too, very excited. And before I don't need to sing, he can dance.
You want to hold Mayan's hand?
So the song is, to me, these days, with a whole new meaning. And I'm not very good with the talking part, so I'll just sing.
Please.
כי שירי הוא בת קול ברוח, מכתבי השלוח, מסילת חיי, געגועי, הן תפילותיי. כי שירי הוא עלה ברוח, הנידף השכוח, הוא האור הרך, הנפקח בלילותיי. הוא אתה הולך אליי, בנדודיי חולפות עליי תמונות ונשמות, ושמות שמות, אתה בא והולך אליי. יד הומייה סביב, והיה אם אתה מקשיב, אולי, 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 אתה בא והולך אליי.
Thank you. I'm not going to make a bunch of other announcements. It's in here. Take one of these home with you. It tells all the different things coming up, and we have a lot of activities that are coming this summer. They're already being planned and booked, and starting the middle of June all the way through the holidays. So please join with us. We do have a wonderful announcement that we raised enough money for 3 of those motorcycle ambulances that are going to be going out to Israel. It takes about 30 days, and thank you. And they'll be delivered. It'll say B'nai Vail on the side, and it's going to be there for as long as those exist, and if they don't exist, they give us another one. So we have 3 motorcycles from Magen David Adom that are just going to go out and save lives. Well, I think after this we should turn to page 70 and rise. We'd like to invite up some of our Israelis. Ayal, why don't you can come up. Ronnie, please. Nachum, let's come on up. Meitan. Other Israelis here that we don't know about? And we'll join with the cantor. Oh. Okay, thank you. Okay. Beleva penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ufalate mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia. Od lo avda tikvatenu, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. Thank you. Am Yisrael Chai. We remain standing as we turn in our prayer books to page 60 and join together, Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגוהר עלינו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
At this moment in memory of our loved ones who are no longer with us, we join hands in love and remembrance. A link has been broken in the chain that bound us together, yet strong bonds of home and love hold us one to another. In solemn testimony to that unbroken faith which links the generations one to another, we call to mind those whose yahrzeit we observe this month. Doris Allen, Harry Baker, Sybil Carsley, Rachel Cohen, Max Cohen, Enid Dinkin, Irving Dushman, Lynn Egert, David Azursky, Henry Feldman, Milton Finkelstein, Seymour Fleischer, Murray Frosch, Samuel Gelperin, Dora Gardner, Lillian Gelfand, Bernie Gerson, Stanley Goldberg, Carol Goldberg, Benny Abraham Grablowski, Roger Gulperin, Sally Herman, Sarah Huckman, Jeanette Hopmeyer, Selma Horwitz, and Eunice Janko. Esther Kahn, Sadie Kaufman, Mort Katz, Bob Krasnow, Gerald Kushner, Adolf Lebzelter, Jerry Lehman, Norman Levin, Alma Levine, Marilyn Levitt, Eleanor Marks, Alan Minsky, Joanne Morrison, Marvin Nelson, Alexis Nickerman, Jack Numeroff, Gerald Olch, Frank Papish, Rosalie Presser-Femelant, Leonard Rudolph, Burton Schiff, Carol Shapiro, Jane Perry Skulnick, Ann Solomon, Arlene Stein, Pearl Sutton, Bruce Weniker, Augusta Whitman, Dorothea Wolf, and Sam Zelensky. Our sincerest condolences to Patty Weinstein, the loss of her husband Ron just today. If anyone else is observing yahrzeit this month. Thank you. The mourner's Kaddish can be found in our prayer books on page 64, and those who wish may join with us as we say, Yitzgadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agalav izman kariv v'imramein. Yehei shmei rabah mevarach le'olamo me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'alma v'imramein. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imramein. Oseh shalom b'imramav, uyaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imramein. You may be seated. Again, we encourage you to come downstairs afterwards for a... We're going to stay upstairs? We'll stay right here upstairs, and we'll have a discussion. You get to ask all the questions that you've been wondering and needing to know, and we are fortunate to have Ronnie, and she has met with hostage families and will be able to talk more about it. And Ayal, you've been giving us great information all along, so thank you. As our Shabbos bells are ringing, Kendra, thank you. I don't take you for granted for the beautiful music that you offer. Thank you very much. And Adon Olam. We're going to continue page 66.
All right, what melody would you like to try for Adon Olam tonight?
And not the Georgia theme song or whatever. It's a fight
What?
song. No.
Which one do you do your bar mitzvah? Oh,
17-year.
Mazel tov.
And what was the tune at your bar mitzvah? Allah. Okay.
Adon Olam,
Page 66. Asher malach b'terem kol Yitzir nivra le'et nasa bechefsa kol Azai melech
Shemo nikra
Acharei
Kichlot hakol levado
Over this way. Get the picture.
Behu
Haya.
Behu
Hoveh. Behu yiyeh. Behu yiyeh. V'tifara. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra Nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemo nikra Acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nara V'hu haya v'hu hoveh Tifara. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra Nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemo nikra
Acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nara V'hu haya v'hu hoveh V'tifara v'hu haya v'hu hoveh V'tifara Vehu echad ve'ein sheni lehamshilo leachbira bli reshit bli tachlit velo ha'oz v'hamisra vehu eli
V'chai goali. Max, are you singing?
V'tzor chavli.
Okay.
Ve'et sarah. Yehu nisi. Umanos li. Menat kosi. Be'yom ekra. Be'yado. Af kidruchi. Be'et ishan, be'a'ira, be'imruchi, geviyati, Adonai li, Adonai
It's over.
li,
One more time. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ed nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yiyeh v'tifara Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra li'ed nasa v'chefsa kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tifara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tifara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tifara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh v'tifara. One more time. No, it's okay. Okay. Let's rise for a closing blessing. Adonai oz li amo yitein, Adonai avarech amo v'shalom. May the Lord grant strength unto his people and bless all peoples with peace.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. And there's challah in the back.
In the back. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Please don't forget we're meeting upstairs if you would like to stay and talk. And we could also use a hand putting the poinsettias back on the bima. Shabbat shalom. We could use a hand putting the poinsettias back on the bima to get prepared for the next service. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat. Good to see you. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. If you can give a hand putting the poinsettias back up on the bima, we'd appreciate it. Get going.